What's up, y'all? So today I'm going to be showing you how to change the front and rear brakes on a Honda Shadow Aero 1100. So as you can see there, it's an Aero. You don't really see that many Aeros around anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make mine looking kind of like a Road King Classic. I still need to get the front fender, the rear fender. I need to get some bigger apes. I think I have 12s on here right now. The headlight's fine. I want to get an LED one. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to change the front and rear brakes real quick, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, I've already started, but you're going to have two 12mm bolts there and there. I went ahead and took one out. Here's your new brake pads. That's what they're going to look like. But you want to go ahead and take those out. That's going to take that off the caliper right there and off the fork, so it's going to free it up a little bit. So once you get them bolts out, the next thing you want to do is you're going to have a little pin hanger right here. So this is going to be a flathead or a Phillips, depending on what kind of bike you have. But you want to take that off, and that is the screw cap, and underneath is going to be the pin release. So I'll show you once we get to that. So as you can see, that's what that screw cap looks like. Just use a normal flathead, and then once you get up in there, you can see it's gonna be it's like a hex head. So I'll figure out what size that is and get back. It's actually a 5mm. Just want to get that in there, and you want to take this out. Definitely recommend you spray some PB Blaster, WD-40, something in there. Just don't get it on your rotor. And once you take this out, so once you get this out far enough, pull that out, so unscrew this. As you can see, there's one of my calipers that just fell out. So you just want to unscrew this, and it's just a pin, so you gotta kind of get in there, but that's what it's going to look like when it comes out. Clean that up a little bit, but as you can see, almost nothing. Look at that. Wow. Oh, them fuckers fell out. Hit my white wall. Take that shit out, clean up my wheels while I'm at it. But I had the rear brake pads. Sorry, y'all. That's what new versus old. So once that comes out, this should be a pin right here. That comes out. So I don't know how it's gonna be for y'all, but for me, I had to take that bolt out of that bracket right there so it free that up, because I couldn't get it underneath my fender. But once I pop that off, I'm just gonna let that hang there for 1 second. So you want to get these pistons pushed down as far as you can. A lot of people say that you can use these C-clamps, which I find it pretty easy to use, so you can use it at your own will. But some people put like a piece of metal on there to make sure it's flat, but my clamp covers a good bit of it, so I'm not too worried about it. But as you can see, it's still got a little bit to go. So you can see that one's still sticking out a little bit. That one's in there a little bit more. That's how you want it to look. That's so you can get both of those brake pads in there. I'll go ahead and get this one flattened out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit. So there you go. That's how it should look after you get it all disassembled. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and get these brake pads installed. Right, y'all. So I kind of got these in here. They're loose, but you can kind of see what I'm working with. So you can see how they're facing. You want that hole down there to line up with that pinhole we took out earlier. Right there. And then you can kind of see the top of the brake pad right there is gonna line up right there in that bracket. So I'll get that all on there, and then I believe you put it on the rotor and then pump the brakes a little bit, and then you can bolt everything back up. All right, so now, so you got your Allen key, that's your pin holder. So you want to take the flathead screw cap, place on there. Just make sure you don't cross thread it. To get that started, just take your flathead. Now both of these don't really snug and tighten. It's more of once it's set, it's set. So don't go too hard, but you know, give it a respectful amount of pressure. So then what you want to do is you want to spread your brake calipers like that as you're putting it on. And don't forget to put your brake line bracket back on. So once you get that, go ahead and throw your brake line bracket bolt back in. Once you get it started, you don't have to tighten it down right now, but I'm gonna take your 12mm bolts, line them up. Just hand tighten them down for now. Okay, I just want to snug them back up. Make sure you tighten them evenly. All right. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there's the calipers pushing onto the brake calipers. So there was a little bit of free play up here at first, but as you can see, that's pretty much all my grip strength right there. It's on there pretty good. So that's how you change the front brakes on a 1999 Honda Shadow Aero 1100. I'm actually getting ready to start on the rear brakes, and I'm probably gonna record that too. So I don't know if I'm gonna make this one part or if I'm gonna have multiple parts. But I've already done a lot to this bike so far. I've eliminated the front turn signals for now. I know it's not really common to really not run front turn signals, but I think it cleans it up a bit. You see it had this huge bracket right there, you can see, and it just looked goofy. So I'm thinking about either running something right here. I just have these like little pointed ones. They look a lot slicker. I'm gonna do the same thing for the back, but I'm probably just gonna take that bracket out and put the new one in. Probably gonna take these handlebars off. As you can see, it's got a lot of rust, a lot of damage just from taking these on and off. So I'm gonna take those into my work where I have a paint booth at, and I can sandblast that down, get it down to the bare metal, and then I can throw some primer over it, and then it's gonna be like a gloss black, kind of like the frame. So I think that would match pretty well. It's gonna have an even amount of chrome, even amount of gloss. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this little tutorial, I know it wasn't the best. I don't have a tripod, all that bullshit. So if you guys like it, like, subscribe, whatever the YouTubers say. But yeah, I'm gonna do the rear brakes, get that recorded for y'all. And I have a crash bar right there. It's off of I want to say it's a 2013 Road Glide. My father-in-law actually gave it to me, and it looks like it bolts up perfectly with that, and that top portion right there will actually bolt in perfectly with that. But as you can see, it has those two right there, and on this side, all it has is that down there and this little bracket that looks like somebody welded on there. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm working on everything, my mechanics, my fabrication, so it's gonna be a learning process for me, and hopefully I can pass this knowledge on to you guys. But stay tuned and keep going at her. Y'all have a good day.